all of you to Nomsa Masoka's book launch, Unbreakable. I think that deserves a round of applause. I think for me, it's a very emotional moment because Nomsa and I have been friends for 31 years. So you can imagine to see her being celebrated today. It is an honor, it is a privilege to see my childhood friend having achieved so many milestones and have been around to celebrate her. So before I invite her to the stage, I would like us to stand up and give a standing ovation while I invite Mrs. Nomsa Masoka to the stage. You can have a seat, thank you. DJ can bring it down a bit. I think we can attest that I've got a beautiful and a gorgeous friend, guys. Just look at her. Eh? Now I was blessed. You know, when God chose a friend, she was like this gorgeous one, the beautiful one. Not only is she beautiful outside, but she's an amazing person. She's got a good heart. She's a beautiful person inside out. And I think this is a reflection of the people that are here. And we're going to start at 1. By the time they get here, we'll be done. We'll be having lunch. Ne? Today, we make sure that we start on time. But Nomsa, as your friend, I'd like to say, welcome to your own Unbreakable book launch. You are now an author. Eh? Like I said, that rolls very nice on my tongue to say an author. You know, author. And I can say she's my friend. Yeah? But it's not about me, it's about her today. We are here to celebrate her milestone.
One thing I can say to you today, after reading that book, we as a community have a role to play. To become understanding and accommodative to those with special needs. The fact that somebody is different than me doesn't give me a right to discriminate or become impatient. And this is what I've read in the book. And I realized this book is a need out there. And even if you are not affected directly, you might know somebody that are affected. And even if you don't even know somebody, you still buy the book. Because that book will make a difference in our community. And today I want to congratulate Nomsa on the hard work, on what she has achieved, and how she has written the book in English we all can understand. Because as we are sitting here, I think none of us has English as the first language. We have different languages. Afrikaans, Dutch, Portuguese, French. This is my background in languages. And a little bit of Sufi. And the rest of us, let us read this book. So congratulations from my side. I'm excited. I know this book will be a huge, huge success. Congratulations.
Or whenever I met the person, I connected. But in the case of Nomsa and Dr. Pretorius, it was the connection that the men above connected them telephonically. And I can attest, whenever you speak to Nomsa, you can feel like her gentleness. You know, I always say, I'm the loud one, I speak fast, I do whatever. But whenever she speaks to me, she's so calm. I'm like, she's a direct opposite of me. And that is something about her. That is her name. She's, you know, when the parents gave her that name, they knew exactly what she said. Another thing that I picked up is to say, all of us have got a story to tell. Your journey might be somebody else's strength. So go back home. Think about your journey. Think about what you've gone through. And say, is there somebody that needs me out there? I think we're more than billions and billions. Your book might not talk to me, but it will speak to someone else. But one thing that I can tell about this book, I'm done reading the book. She delivered and said, Kathy, the copy is here. I read the book. Like Dr. Pretorius said, I couldn't put the book down. I had to go on, and for a person, I'm a mom, and none of my kids are autistic. But it reminded me that I need to learn. It's about time we educate ourselves when it comes to this journey. And having said that, I'm going to invite the lady who did the for work. Yes. They were correcting me yesterday. I was busy calling it something to say, my friend was like, my friend, you're going to be busy there and saying something. So I'm going to invite Clementine Pali to the stage. And she can just give us a little bit about the book. Let's give her a round of applause.
I've known Nomsa since 2010, probably 11. I was a junior and I got to hear about Nomsa while I was still studying because we got told, we in the same profession by the way, we got told of a lady who was a speech therapist who had a son with autism. At that time, autism was still pretty new within the speech therapy course, and we could just not wait to see what it was all about. And I finally got to meet Nomsa. What a beautiful woman she is. I mean, there's quite a couple of years between us, but she is able to relate with anyone at different age groups. She relates with older women, she relates with younger women. She's such a powerful and a dynamic woman, and I was very fortunate to read her book and to write the foreword. I remember when Nomsa told me she was writing a book, I thought to myself, goodness, you didn't even mention anything. And by that time, she alluded that she had been writing a book for at least more than a year. And the saying that says, work in silence and let your success make the noise. It is really applicable. We get to hear of people's stories. We get to hear of their plans and their goals before they even move an inch. And I was really inspired when I got to find out that she had been writing this book, but only got to tell me about it when it was almost towards the end. And I was really privileged and honored to write the foreword. It is an amazing book. I have been also privileged to get to know what Nomsa goes through. But after reading her book, I had so much respect for her. The book is not just for mothers and families of children with autism, but it got to speak to me. As I read through the book and got to hear of her stories, her journey, how she became resilient, I was truly inspired to really reflect and look at my life in retrospect and think about how I could have become a better human being, how I could have been more resilient. When I thought about what she went through, I looked at my life and thought, my story is not so painful. I'm not saying you've got a painful story, but when I read the book, there were moments when I shed a tear. At times I even phoned her and I was like, did you really go through this? Is this really what happened? You have relayed, you've shared some of these stories, but when I went through the book, I got to walk through the journey from the beginning to the end. And it inspired me to be resilient. It inspired me to be prayerful. It inspired me to have sympathy. It inspired me to want to be the better version of myself. And I cannot wait for all of you to read the book because it really speaks to each and every single person at different stages throughout your life. So, my friend, thank you very much for the honor. It was truly a privilege and I'm so happy for you. I wish you a beautiful journey, and like I said when I read that book, I put it down and I said to Nomsa, you are not done. That's exactly how it is. I couldn't put it down. She gave me 4 days, by the way, to read all 17 chapters. And, I rescheduled things, I reshuffled my life just so that I could read this book. And I am looking forward to reading more books. Doctor, you have a lot of work to do. And I pray that you will work with this woman so that she can produce more books that will inspire and heal our nation. Thank you.
You sound so I'm going to ask the educators from ASD learners to come and join me in the front from Johannesburg School for Autism. Let's give them a round of applause.
Everything that I'm going to share is still vivid in it now. When I first started, like I hear a knock, and then when he said, come in, there's this beautiful lady coming in with the husband, and this cute boy with big eyes and a big smile. And then that's when they introduced Nomsa to us. And you could see abantu mabeceda ukuthola umntwana with the firstborn, the excitement, and then suddenly uNkulunkulu athi ngizomdisappointa kancane. There's this autism. So now abazali they don't. I didn't take this woman as a speech therapist because magefika eklasini bengagqokanga just like in a profession. No baba wakwakhe bengagqokanga amajazi abo. Mina ngibone nje abazali abancane abazethela umntwana abo esikolweni and nakhona bazomita abothisha. It was nice because now you could see the fake smile, but you could tell that they are also scared because I was with umntwana abo bamlethe kude. Okay. Masese access ubongumusa is a fussy eater. Ubongumusa unama ilekate yama social skills. Ubongumusa need a more toilet training. And with the lack of a teacher I was a class assistant by then. Only now I become a teacher because of the late Gwen Loop. Where I started that you are also an autistic, like a mother to an autistic boy. Why don't you take this career of being a teacher? Because we take this teaching course without knowing how you mothers are feeling. Because we are teaching these kids because of Suna, but Mina, differently than us. That's when Sekala Segwakega look. I'm grooming, and then we started achieving each other together. And then Bongumusa was formed with different textures of food, of which now we've achieved two. Bongumusa now is becoming friendly with other kids inside the class. So we have achieved three. So Bongumusa made a move up from our class. Those three is a successive achievement. With our autistic kids, we did not look for bigger achievements, smaller than ours. It says a lot to us.
I think I might have to be this side. They say it takes a village to raise a child. So we should never ever underestimate the work that goes into educating our children with special needs. Because these are the people that take care of our children on a daily basis. And it's very important that you have a good relationship with them and that you respect what they do. When I used to work with them, I remember even when I started with Theo, I take my speech therapy head, I leave it at home. When I'm at the school, I'm a mother. And I don't come with that thing of I know it all, because you can only learn if you humble yourself to learning. So hence, at the school, I've always maintained my position as a speech therapist in my office, not even in my house. But when I send my child to the school, I'm just a mother, like any other mother. And I would really like to thank each and every one of you. And you are so special. And Theo is one of the best teachers you could ever have. Thank you. You know, when we see dads that love our kids, they are such a rare commodity. They are such a rare gem. And if God ever puts you, this man is a teddy bear. Last 2 weeks ago, I was at the school's meeting and they were talking about issues with transport, how the kids fight in the transport, how some drivers put more kids in one, taxi. And, I could hear the frustrations of the parents. And I was like, I have never had an incident where my son was fetched late. He's always 5:30. This man is always consistently coming to my home to pick up Bomomosa. He's developed such love for my son. He takes him for haircuts. During holidays, he would say, "Are you fine, Nomsa? Can I take Bomomosa, so that you get to rest? Because I know you don't have helpers." Ontate David, you are so special. Thank you, you and children. And may God continue to bless and enlarge your territory. We don't take this lightly. Thanks.
Thank you. Most of the time, these kids don't want the change in routine. So you can imagine if you have to change a new driver, a new car, a new everything. I think you are blessed, my friend. And I think they say you attract what's inside of you. And you can see with the number of people that are surrounding you that you are really changing lives. You might not see it, but just listening to these amazing women, it definitely tells us that, you know what, your humility does not got them here. So thank you so much for being who you are. We're going to welcome Dr. Prue, but I just want to say, listen, children with special needs come into our lives, leaving footprints on our heart, and we are never the same. Dr. Prue, over to you. Let's give a round of applause.
There's one thing that connects me and Nomsa. Not that we are both in the medical field, no. Not that we are both entrepreneurs, no. We are both authors, no. But there's this thing, the love, support, caring for people who are living with disability and parents who are raising children with special needs. This is our passion and this is our life. And this is what is making my relationship with technology, the two of us, to be strong as we are. And you are supporting me in little things that I do. You support me more than the friends that I call my best friends. You support me. Hence I said today, even tomorrow I'm on call. But today, I have to use a taxi from Nelspruit just to be here to support you because you are my strongest supporter. And I love you for that.